Alright. Is it working yet? Are we live? We should be. Now then. Hi. Hello. Welcome to everyone watching this on YouTube. I am just gonna get everything properly set up so I know what's going on in chat, because, well, that always takes a while for me to load when I stream this. Now then, we have some stuff to do.
Paradise.
That being, we have quests. And speaking of quests, I have collected enough keys so we can unlock these two that are still missing. Hooray. So now all the story quests are unlocked. Now I don't think that anyone's already here right now, so I'm just gonna start with the top one.
Official and the Prinzessin der Verirrten. It's been getting quite busy.
And we'll just work our way down. Alright? Seems like an idea. Hang on a second, what's going on now? Did the stream just crash? No. No, it's working. Alright, okay. I think... Huh. For a second I thought the stream crashed, but I think it's fine. Alright, so we need to go to the Wang Hill, so let's go up there real quick. Up the hill, so... Wait. Okay, I can get out here. Well then, let's get up. That is a bit of a distance, but manageable. Guess we just gotta climb a little bit now. And up we go. I can hardly see anything, which is kind of annoying. But it has to be done. We need to get up here somehow. So let's go. Let's see how quickly we can make it to the top. Alright. You know what? Should I just be doing this? I think it should be simple enough, so let's do it. Because why not? Why not? And hey, welcome to the stream. I am sorry, I'm currently in the middle of combat, so I'll read anything else in a second. Let's just kill these treasure hoarders real quick. And Debbie Dino, hi, welcome to you too. Welcome to the stream. You made it here pretty early this time. Alright, you die. You can die too. Nope. And now you can die. There we go. Just complete a random event for the heck of it. So yeah, we're doing some story quests right now. Because, well, they're basically the only thing I still have remaining. It seems that Omae Wamu is not available. You know what? Give me a second. I'll quickly clear this chest. I'm so sad. Why are you sad? Why is you sad? Let's quickly grab some stuff here. Okay. So you know what I'm gonna do? Because I just scratched my game disc. Ouch. Okay, that hurts. That stuff hurts. Can I kill this character? This is... No, wait a second, okay? You will give me a moment while I prepare some stuff, okay? And I'll get it set up, because I basically just forgot to get it set up for today. Because I always disable it for when I go into Wait a moment. Because yeah, I always disable it when I go into Life is Strange because, well, there's no point in having it enabled and I don't want people to accidentally waste their points on that. But Call of Duty scratched. Ouch. Let's see. There we go. Turn it on. And it should hopefully be turned on now. If not, then it'll have to wait until the next Genshin stream.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
But technically it should be working now. But thanks for pointing it out. Alright, let's see. My destination is up this way, so let's go. Actually, no. Why did I switch back to Jean if I know that I just enabled a what? If I just enabled the opportunity for you guys to kill my characters, I really shouldn't be playing as Jean right now. So this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay then.
Why did we come here? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
We went here because of the quest marker.
Not that Paimon's scared or anything, just, concerned for your safety. It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out.
Q? Oh.
Quick, do something!
Didn't you say we were concerned about my safety? Yeah, so what's up with that? Wait. Do you... I know what OSU is. I'm not sure if it was you, but it has been brought up in chat before, so I know of it. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it myself, so... But I know of it, so yeah.
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal. If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
I mean, not if I eat you first. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of text. Play the map. If I kept playing, I saw what was happening, didn't care. Realized I was playing, knew exactly how to play. Oh, so that typical moment when you just completely zone out and just your body goes into autoplay mode. I mean, I've had moments like that before too, so... also, yeah, let's go, I'm a traveler.
Are you from one of the other nations? No, I've never seen your kind of attire before. Could it be that you traveled from the other side?
Well, we came from another world.
I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat.
So...
He looks more afraid than Paimon.
Are we gonna crash the funeral now, or... Sword Art Online... Really? The opinions kind of differ in chat a little bit. With one person saying best anime and another person saying season 2 is pretty bad. From what I've heard, the majority of people tell me it turned into a real train wreck. So I'm not even gonna jump into it because I know I'm gonna be disappointed. But apparently there are some people who genuinely like it, I guess. So yeah, also Paimon apparently is terrifying.
Not. Paimon's super friendly looking.
Nah.
Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
Gods protect me!
From what
No,
now?
no. Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Paimon, you're terrifying.
I already said nothing's gonna happen.
I see enemies approaching from behind, unless they just went away. Well, Anyway, we have a quest to do.
Paimon said? Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna watch every second of it. So what's going on now? It's doing things normally, but hello. I'm here to crash the funeral.
Director, there's a ghost after me.
And blank.
Oh?
Not thinking anything for like 20
Don't
seconds.
get too excited. These
Fair.
are clients, not ghosts.
We're clients?
Exactly. We said we're not ghosts.
Wait, since when are we clients?
Let us explain. Although clients doesn't seem quite right either.
Yeah, forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow.
Funeral. Oh, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Zhangli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well,
Math
that
questions
saves me a
correctly.
lot
How
of
did I do
explaining.
that? I don't know.
I'm Hu
Well,
Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng
got lucky,
Funeral
maybe.
Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with immortality. A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
Yeah, I don't think we fall into the client category. We're just here out of curiosity, you know?
Yeah. If we were looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to.
Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine. Sooner or later.
Well, that's dark.
Well,
Wangsheng
but
Funeral
it's
Parlor
true.
welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner. But
Wow.
be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice.
How would we pick the right date ahead of time?
If you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
Wow.
Slow down.
Okay, so that's how we'd know ahead of time.
There's a lot to unpack here.
That all sounded very bizarre. Kind
You'll
of.
have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual. Allow me to explain.
Go ahead.
We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral
See
ceremony.
anything?
It went very smoothly.
Right now I'm in a cutscene, so you'll
According to
kill
the
whoever I
director, we
am
shouldn't
once the
be expecting
cutscene
any more
ends.
issues in the near future.
Or dialogue section, I
Wangsheng
mean.
Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence.
Also, I see a chest behind you.
You, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here.
And there we go, it's redeemed. Okay. No clue what's going on.
Understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
So what's going on? I'm currently trying to catch up on the story quests. There are 4 story quest lines I haven't completed yet. And this is one of them, which is about the funeral parlor, so... And yeah, about the Omaewamu Shinderu, basically means that if you redeem the points for that, I'm gonna kill the character I'm playing. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. First of all.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Would, to be precise.
Huh?
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just
Been
how
playing
we
Call
gauge
of
our
Duty,
clients'
so I wasn't
importance.
watching.
We have 4 levels.
Fair.
Wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only
Well,
just thought of it.
But basically we don't know too much about what's going on either. Hu Tao is just basically trying to convince us to plan our own funeral right now.
Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
Charming, yeah.
Touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
So yeah, I want to get some rewards for doing anything here. Hippity hoppity, I can't find out a lot more. Well, I see you're still very interested about DDLC mods. Eventually, I'm gonna jump back into DDLC, as I've said, and I'll once that time comes, I'm just gonna look for suggestions as to which one I should jump into next. And maybe you'd be the person to ask, considering how many you've played up until now.
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
Join my party.
We're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. You see?
Wow.
Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business.
Yes.
When did we become your assistants?
I was much happier with Mona as my master, by the way. So who are we? Okay, we're gonna kill Amber. Hooray. Let's open this chest and jump off a cliff. Let's go. Cliff, cliff, cliff. I can jump off this cliff. Let's die. Yeah, this should be enough of a drop. Whoa. There you have it. Now I killed Amber. So our next destination is where exactly? Accompany her to the Adventurers Guild. Why can I not do that right now? Finish 4 5. Alright. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I guess we'll move on with a different story quest for now. Any preference? We'll get back to this later. But any preference as to which one of those three we should be doing right now? Mighty Cyclops' Adventure, Salflore, Sea of Clouds, Sea of People. One of those. Choice is up to you. Also, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. I'm exploding these things. Chance. Alright, good for you. Have you watched Technoblade Potato War? No, I haven't watched that. I have not. No, let's... You know what? Should I just go down the line for now? Maybe I should just go down the line. Because so far, again, don't see any preference, so down the line we go. Which is... Oh, right next to a teleport point. How nice. That actually works quite nicely for me. Makes it easier. Do it. I haven't thought that farming potatoes would be so interesting. Alright, I'll think about it. And potentially watch it when I have the time. So you... Hello. You have a quest line.
Traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Why not?
Why's that? Has something happened?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active ruin guard presence in this area, even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity.
So?
Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
I mean, ruin guards aren't that big of a deal.
Somebody wake them up?
As I
Ruin
say,
hunters, on the other hand,
still
are really
unclear.
annoying, because they deal
We have
so
very
much
little
damage.
intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange
Oh
noises
no,
were
how
often heard coming
spooky.
from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters.
Well, one can never be too cautious, so I'll do it for you. Anyway, anyone using Omawa motion? Please don't kill two of my characters.
Strategy in the meantime is
Also
to increase
Snow.
Millilith patrols.
Yes.
We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Anyway, I can help. Let me do all your work.
I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but It just wouldn't be worth the risk.
It wouldn't?
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
I do know a little self-defense. Not to brag, but I could beat 10 of them in a 10 of you in a fight. Actually, yeah, those guards, I have beaten a ton of them in a fight before because they were coming after me because they suspected me of, you know, killing the Geo Archon.
The self-confidence of young people is an extraordinary
No,
thing.
I have beat up multiple Millilith before.
If you're genuinely
What was it,
offering,
22 of them, I think?
I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside. But since then, I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting. We'll take the case.
Well, off
All
we
the
go.
Millilith stands guard. Evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the Millilith, I salute you.
Snow's the
traveler.
ultimate argument,
You have my
100% win.
gratitude. I will rendezvous with you once I have finished my patrol.
Also, you don't need to check up on us. We'll by the time you finish your patrol, we'll already have completed everything. So don't you worry. Up the hill we go. Now I don't have any distractions anymore. But at least I still have Fischl with Oars for some extra power.
Footprint is huge. It has to be the one that guy was talking about.
Probably. Let's follow those.
And here's another one. Yep. Seems the ruin guards did come out for a walk after all.
Up the stairs, over here.
Trail of ruin guard footprints.
I see the ruin guard.
Here. A ruin guard over there.
Now I can't use Amber to distract it, so I actually have to go all out in this fight. We opens again for us here in England tomorrow. Gonna be back. Alrighty then. Well, it had to reopen at some point, right? Come on, get up already. Why are you taking so long to get up? Jesus. Actually, use my abilities because people will hate me if I don't do that. Jump. Okay. And in we go. Yeah, this is just... I mean, we are doing damage, but... honestly, it's not a lot. Ruin guards still are easy to beat, but it takes a while, you know. They're easy to beat, it's just a little bit tedious. Oh, no, not what I wanted to do. Ouch. Thanks, Oz, for dealing the extra bit of damage. Okay, that was a little bit early. Both friends would also go back right now. Whoa, whoa, oh, I ran right into that one. I ran right into that. It's so weird not being able to use Baron Bunny here. Because I normally always use Baron Bunny.
By royal decree.
By the way, can I just say this? For Fischl, I just see her Q ability as like a spare refresh for her E. Because, let's face it, her ability is very underwhelming. Alright. There we go, see? Refresh, and that's about it. Alright, now I'm just being an idiot. Come on, get back over here, so you're in Oz's range. Government doesn't have that thought process. They just do whatever. I mean, honestly, who needs to think, right? Who needs a brain? Go, Oz can come back out. Just exploded myself. I'm guessing you're still talking about COD, right? Alright. Nearly 1 year anniversary. Alright. First year anniversary of a 3-week pandemic. Yeah. Just, you know, that's the basic meme right now, isn't it? That, of that one Wall-E scene. But honestly, it's a very topical meme right now. Can't deny it. It's because it's true. Now, please die. Okay.
Well, that's one down.
How many are there?
Keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
Okay. That definitely took longer than necessary, but it's done. Also, I see you hiding on that wall over here. Wally, always come back. Staffed and confirmed. Wouldn't go that far, maybe. For now, I'm just gonna focus a little bit more on completing these story quests, because who knows, if I'm fast enough, maybe I'll be able to get done with all 4 of them today. There's a ruin guard down there, but I'm guessing we don't have to worry about that one. Yeah. We just need to worry about the... I always want to switch to Amber right now, it's stupid. Hi. How are you doing?
Hey you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome?
Confirmed is confirmed.
What is he wearing? I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one?
Oh yeah, I've killed multiple. Powered down ruin guard.
Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually.
Of
What
course.
sort of dumb name is Ruin Guard? Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute. Wait, what? Do people seriously call them that?
Kids
My
do,
brother
apparently.
said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's his job to sell this kind of stuff. Right now, he's at the Institute for
Awesome.
Toy
Help
Research in
him.
Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty new kind, huh? I've never seen one that can fly and talk before.
Pam is not a toy, neither are ruin guard. Limited edition, by the way. Technically she's emergency food, but you can also use her as a toy, I guess. Play with her or eat her. You know, you could... That has 2 different meanings depending on... You know what? Let's not go into that.
Play with Paimon all the time does not mean that Paimon's a toy.
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child? What's the situation?
Person we
here?
were talking with from the
We
source
just,
of the innocent.
Found him.
You
There are
shouldn't
no
be out
innocent
here, boy.
people here.
There are killing machines in the area. It's extremely dangerous.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but if it were to wake up, the consequences would be...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine. He's one of the good guys.
Well, she's gonna wake up and attack.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a bad man.
He's one of the guards, so... From the source of the people that are totally not human. Yeah. Well, let me handle this. I'll just...
I've always been...
If Mr. Cyclops gets up, I'll kill him.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again!
Where's your family?
My name's Tusser. I came all the way
Kara
from
mode?
Snezhnaya to
Really?
look for my brother in Liyue. But
Have I
I'm all on
though?
my own, and I don't know where to find him. You came all the way from Snezhnaya? Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. There you go.
Give me what?
What is it? Looks heavy. What the?
What did we get? Oh, Mora!
My
Really?
brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of Tusser.
Tusser?
Your brother makes a
So
good
that's your
point.
name, apparently.
Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with nothing but a few bags of Mora. Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much Mora from selling toys.
I gladly take it and give it to your brother when we find him.
Yay!
Can't
Thanks,
take this.
nice guy. All right.
The
Now,
tutorial
we
to
gotta make
use
a pinky
its
promise.
100% potential
You
of
make
what?
A pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you
Oh,
on
frisky.
the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once
Wait.
betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again. Wow, that one nursery rhyme kinda says all you need to know about Snezhnayan culture.
Promises are important,
If we
so
weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother?
probably some of close connections to Snezhnaya.
Snezhnaya? Oh, how about the Northland Bank? Oh, right! Finally, now I get to see my brother!
Let me tell you, as someone who's played through Undertale in both pacifist and genocide runs, I can tell that I think I've mastered enough of Kara mode and I do not need any more of it. Then again, while I have played a no healing item run of True Pacifist, I haven't played a no healing item run of Genocide because I know I wouldn't be able to do it, no matter what. My main problem would be the Undyne fight. Sans, I think, is easier than Undyne, actually. Now, I know that's not the most popular opinion, but in my personal opinion, Sans is definitely easier. Okay, let's get up here. I'm already part of the Adventurers Guild, so don't mind me. I'm just going upstairs right now. So many stairs. No, don't. I hate it. We always climb that, and I don't want to climb that. Alright, into the bank. Like...
That seems a little inappropriate.
Oh!
Sir, how can you...
It's him.
Relax.
Hello,
Once in a while,
child.
can't hurt. It'll be fine.
What is he doing here?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, my brother! I found you!
Wait, that's your brother?
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother too, sir. My goodness.
School
What a
trip,
nice surprise,
2 hours
Tuesday.
of climbing
I thought I would have
stairs.
to wait till I returned
Sounds
home before seeing
fun.
you again. How are the others?
At least you
Sister
didn't
Tony and
accidentally
brother
climb the
Anton?
railing.
Is everybody keeping well?
They miss you a lot. Tonya prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a
Gonna
second.
pay any attention to
What are
me?
you doing here in Liyue, too, sir? How have I not heard anything about this?
Yeah, I brought him here.
What happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys. So obviously I
Take
thought
a
you
break
were on
from
board.
stairs.
And then when I got
Ouch.
up, I just kept walking and walking.
Ouch.
And then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you.
So he's Child's brother. How fun.
Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Toozer's money.
Sir, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so
Hey
happy
Child,
to
you
see
want
really
you want us
I
to
am,
beat
but
you up
please,
again?
Promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all.
And you're not gonna pay any
If it hadn't
attention to
been these
us?
Nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you too, sir. I hope you said a big
You're not gonna
thank
call
you.
out the fact that we beat you up
Yeah,
before.
I always remember my pleases and thank yous.
School bus to go there. You could use a school bus.
You were just ignoring us.
Also, yeah.
Gotcha.
But please, anything to
Forgive
say?
me, It's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally.
We
I know
we
we've
aren't
had our
taking it
differences
personally.
up to now, but
Yes.
a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think?
Oh, you mean apart from the time where you seriously went all out against us, like this isn't even my final form kind of way, and went at us with a 3-phase boss fight and launched a whale at us multiple times. Don't think I forgot that. You mean that or are you just keeping up appearances?
Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side deals with the consequences, I prefer to leave all that up to the ones playing the game.
I'm
much
the one
more
playing the
interested in
game.
Who wins and who loses when it comes to our little sparring matches.
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Name change apparently? Or is that just his first name, last name kind of thing? But yeah, I've also come a long way.
You aren't gonna fight now, are you?
Yeah, let's destroy the bank, cause why not?
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys enemies?
Kind of.
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
I'm still concerned for your family's well-being. That I can understand, yeah.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. Tooser said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the Fatui's harbinger?
Yes, about that.
About that?
Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatuis.
Yeah, the seating
or should I
plan,
say
one of our
Snezhnaya's
lessons, and I've
darker
sat next
side.
to
The older
he
ones
emailed the
already know
teacher
that I
basically
serve the
begging to
streets.
get moved. Oh, that
But
does
Tooser
sound
is still
rough.
so young, and in his eyes, as I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller, currently attached to the Liyue branch of our Institute for Toy Research.
Wow.
My brother's the greatest. He's Mr. Cyclops' bestest friend.
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be so kind. Yes.
Sure.
Ekaterina, I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey, slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with debt collection?
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get a little exercise out of it.
Are you going off to sell toys now?
Apparently,
Right.
yes.
As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tooser, duty calls. I'm sure Mr. Nice Guy here will be happy to keep you company while I'm out, though.
Hooray.
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure, I really like this guy. And anyway, he made a pinky promise to take good care of me.
Ah, well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already
Right,
made a
because
pinky
I
promise to
won't-
take good care of him anyway.
Wasn't attracted. Well, you'll find out eventually. Plus, maybe you're attracted to both. Maybe you're bi. I don't know. That's up to you to discover. You just do whatever makes you happiest. There we go. Okay, we'll do it.
Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time while he's in Liyue, so take him anywhere he wants.
Anywhere
If
he
need be,
wants,
You
okay.
may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool. I'll see you both around.
Well, let's get to it then. Even more money. Well, we got the money,
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while.
apparently.
So, where are we going to play first?
Well, looks like we're going over here.
Let's start with the toy store.
Can't really take her on a dinner date. Well, I mean, you could always set up if you have a laptop, set it up so you're eating and you have your laptop sitting across from you and just have Monica on screen in the Monica After Story running on
What are
it.
those super colorful winged things? They're
The
called
kites? Yeah.
Kids in Liyue love them.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way. Let Granny guess. From what you're wearing, I would say... Snezhnaya.
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string.
I know Python, but I need more power.
whoosh, the
You need
kite will fly into
unlimited
the air.
power. I can't even do any voice right now. I'm a little bit hoarse.
Wow,
Just
that's
noticed.
amazing.
Unlimited power.
Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops, I'm sorry,
He means
I wanna
ruin
fly
guards.
Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but I'll need some amount of reference material.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself. I bring it with me everywhere.
I'll manage. Still, I
We
must
have the
warn
cash.
you that custom builds can really be quite expensive.
We should be fine. Childe was pretty generous with that entertainment
Change the
fund.
weather.
But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, kinda irresponsible.
I think we should pocket the change.
Your words, not mine. But yes, we're on the same page here.
That's not what we're doing
Anyway,
here.
it's time to talk prices.
Let's go down to... I just enter it here, yeah. There. So we're cutting off a nice amount, so that should hopefully be enough.
Fine, fine.
Yes.
I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age. I suppose this price will do.
Don't want to cut off too much, you know.
Worry not. Just leave it to me.
Alright, next one.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One Min Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food.
Yeah, Paimon, basically you just wanna eat. I know.
Hello, welcome. Table for 3?
This restaurant has a really choking smell.
A choking smell? Oh, you must be referring to our signature spicy chili scent.
Spicy chili? But I can't eat spicy food.
They probably have other stuff too.
A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Is it really?
Can look at my mouse? Well, that seems
My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar.
like a pretty
and the oil has to
basic
be
but
extra
fun
virgin
thing.
Vegetable oil. Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like One Min Restaurant's dishes aren't to Tooser's taste. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Will that be all? Any more special requests?
What do you mean, Chef now?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason Wan Min Restaurant exists.
So you can do
If I
non-spicy
thought
stuff
for one
too.
second that I couldn't make a dish to satisfy this child's taste, I would have absolutely no business calling myself a chef ever again.
But it's gonna be more expensive, let me
There
guess,
seems
huh?
to be a lot of professional pride riding on this. Then we'll leave it to you, Chef Mao. We'll be eating here after all. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests
Yeah.
are going to cost you more than normal.
Who would have guessed?
Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Lily Pavilion or Sunyue Kiosk.
Is it just Paimon? Or are premium custom orders in fashion lately? Still, surely there must be a little room
Yes,
for
but we'll not push it
negotiation,
too far. We'll not push our limits too far. Let's cut off the 2. Seems like a pretty manageable deal. Actually, you know what? I'll go even further. I'm gonna go this far. So 25% discount. All right,
You folks.
25% is fine.
Let's go with this then.
More Python
Any more
power,
haggling
gonna
and
get
we'll
it
ruin
someday.
your customers' appetites.
Thanks, Chef Mao.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
You enjoyed a meal specifically made. Yeah.
It was a little too sweet.
Really,
I feel
Paimon?
a little sick.
Really? You didn't like the food?
I thought it was just right. Almost exactly like how my sister Tonya makes it. But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring Tooser here to try Liyue's specialties?
Well, if he doesn't like them, he doesn't like them.
So where do you
Whatever.
wanna go
Yeah.
next, Tooser? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get a good look around.
So just walking around.
The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a specialty of Liyue Harbor too.
So where exactly do you want me to walk?
Try something new at the Wan Min Restaurant.
Really good.
So just over. Okay. Well. Let's go this way then. It feels so empty now that there's no lamps anymore. Where are all the lanterns? Good night, school tomorrow.
Huge! And there's
Alright
so many
then.
people.
Good night to you.
Are the waves here always like this?
And
Don't they ever freeze?
I hope you'll at least have some enjoyable time in school, even though I know that's asking a bit much.
It's cold enough to freeze. Paimon is kind of the traveler's exclusive personal tour guide. But since this is a special occasion, Paimon can make an exception to help Tusser get to know the place. This place is Liyue's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the 70s.
I'm not sure he cares, but okay.
Decided that Liyue would take on the world through trade. Other
Well,
than
maybe he
fishing
does care.
vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their fishery supplies and daily necessities.
And now you're just kind of
Which
making stuff off, maybe.
immense throughput.
I feel like being a voice actor is a good side. Hang on. It's a good side center. I was reading about voice actors in Genshin and their past works. Also in Genshin, yeah. Yeah, voice acting does seem like a pretty fun job to do, especially if you have a little bit more creative liberty. But let's face it, some people are just not cut out for voice acting. Like, if you want to be a good voice actor who gets many jobs, then you have to have a good vocal range and stuff like that, and need to be able to keep your voices consistent for the duration of your job. And it's not something everyone can manage to do perfectly. Like, for example, I'm not one of the ones who could pull it off, probably. I mean, there's a couple voices I can somewhat do, but that's about it. But I have to agree, it seems like a pretty fun job. Won't understand a word you're saying, also that, yeah.
Yeah, Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon style. So this harbor is like Tevat's mouth, and it's the biggest mouth you've ever seen.
Alright.
All the nations float their boats over the sea into the mouth. The harbor goes nom 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 and has a taste of each boat and the cargo it has on board. Then Liyue Harbor
Alright.
rubs its big round belly in satisfaction.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the main character here.
Delicious Mbora.
That's how you explain. This is all very Paimon style, I have to agree. Having my British accent would help. Good for villains.
After all that, he wasn't even listening.
Well, who knows? Maybe voice acting would be a good career for you. Might have to try it out. Might have to try your hand at that at some point. If you think it would be fun, no harm in trying, I guess. Social anxiety level over 9,000. Need to record myself saying something. I need 30 minutes because I was so stressed. Well, and then you have, then I guess there's people like you, and then there's people like me who just say stupid stuff on stream all the time.
That metal hook is huge.
Would be a fun little way to make little cash too. Well, you never know till you try. So, if you ever get the opportunity to try your hand at voice acting and you think it's fun, then I'd definitely say you should go ahead and try it out. But the thing is, you would first need to get an opportunity to do that, and let's face it, it's, I think, like in every industry, it's hard to get started, because no one knows who you are, because you have no previous works to show for yourself.
This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to hold themselves in position to stop the wind and waves from blowing them away. An anchor. Got it.
So you didn't know what an anchor is.
Mixed up with Commodore Hook. Commodore Hook? Is this another one of your weird toy names? My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard.
Quite anxious in public, but the way I get around that is by just meeting more people and making more friends. Huh. You know, I consider that to be kind of difficult, because meeting more people and making more friends would require me to actually get over that little bit of social anxiety and talk to new people, which is hard. Now I say that even though I'm a streamer and talking to people in chat right now, so kind of contradicting myself. But it's meeting someone in person is a different story, I feel like. Alright, they are as big as that. All made of metal?
And that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow. Using Fatui funds for personal gain? To think Snezhnaya would let their harbingers do that. All for some giant toys. But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that Tusser would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy. But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look.
I guess we'll go buy fish now.
Quit running off!
I will never bump to people intentionally. Yeah, I get that. Also fish. Hello.
Is this where they sell fish? Wow, the fish here in Leo are so small.
I wouldn't call them small.
Whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining others' business.
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked up. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards.
I agree.
How big are the ones you're used to, Tusser? Maybe 200 times your size?
What? Yeah, that, Actually, are you comparing it to the whales that Childe used to launch at us? Because I remember that Childe can just launch a whale straight at you. So I guess that's where comparison's coming from. The accent, the person just bumped into me. To move faster. Just force myself to talk in my spare time. I just stay in bed and don't say a word to anyone about anything. Ah. Mood.
There are legends in my hometown about
About the spare time, I mean.
It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anthon and I were so happy. Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan.
Oh god, don't talk about leviathans. Subnautica has kind of scarred me a little bit in that department. Though it's not as bad as it used to be. But every time I went into leviathan territory in Subnautica, I almost wet myself. And that's before even encountering a leviathan. Your brother spoils you too much, that's true.
Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, let's go over
Sometimes
there
talk to
the boats.
myself, sometimes random words escape my mouth. Just, oh yeah, can talk to yourself. Always scared of the ocean, so Subnautica scared the crap out of. Yeah, Subnautica will do that to you, even if you're not particularly scared of the ocean. It is terrifying. Despite that, I managed to play through it in survival mode, so I managed. But you better believe I avoided Leviathan territory as much as possible. I went to the Aurora to fix the radiation thing and to get the blueprints. Outside of that, never went back again. And I never ever went into a dunes biome. Because I hate the dunes. I think, except for one time, I kind of hurried through one because I think I needed a blueprint in one of them. But I avoided dunes biomes like my life depended on it. Scared of spiders. I'm scared of everything. Kill or try to ignore it. Ignoring 99.999% won't work. Spiders. Phobia, space, the ocean, heights, public speaking, failure. Well, now we're just... I guess we're just talking about our fears right now. Social anxiety team. Yeah, let's go.
Are you tired?
Oh god.
You seem so happy. I miss my brother.
Yeah, he's busy.
But we were just with him. Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore.
Guess that's children. Guess we have no choice.
Well, we've played with Tusser long enough, haven't we? Paimon thinks we've tried our best here. Childe said that he'd be by the river near Chinshu Pool, Why don't we look for him there? Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Just like supporting my favorite my favorite German. There you come again with that. Honestly, I still feel very odd about this because I still don't think I really deserve the support. Again, kind of started to get used to it, but I don't think I'll ever get fully used to being supported like that. I forget that code is German. I mean, it's understandable that that it's kind of forgettable sometimes because I don't ever really speak German on stream, really. Then again, I did only just recently write a German poem, so I think that would refresh your memory a little bit of that little factoid. Just, you know, just a little bit. Was definitely interesting trying to write a poem for a topic that's been specified beforehand, rather than just starting a poem by going with the flow. Definitely has a different feel to it. Wunderbar. That makes me kind of happy. Honestly, I'm happy that it turned out alright, because, again, first one I wrote that was actually requested, rather than just me messing around. So I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be worth the points, but glad to hear that it actually turned out alright. I know there was already that was already basically said on Discord, but still. Alright, hey, we are bringing you your little brother. We're gonna drop in on them.
There's Childe. Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
Well, that's
You know
interesting.
What I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us guess, are you?
Can't write
If you wanna
poems? Of
join
course you
up, Let me
can.
just say this first. Dandy kid like you ain't welcome.
You've probably never
What a
tried.
commendable
Because
imagination.
I just said I can't write
Well,
poems either, but
in
apparently
Tsaritsa's
people
name,
still
I
appreciate
suppose I
them.
should forgive you, country
Tried for
bumpkins,
3
your
hours?
ignorance, for
Alright
I
then.
am
100% worth it. Was so surprised you did it in less than 24
You're
hours.
so wise, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always
Well,
wanted to watch you work.
so,
Well, why, yes, of course. For I am, the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
the thing is that I usually always finish my poems right away, even when I did it for DDLC.
Huh?
Because that way I just
Playing
don't
games,
try to
boy?
push it off.
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced
Just going
3 months
in,
ago
writing
will
that
run
poem, then I have
you,
it done with.
600,000
Plus,
more.
that way I can do it before I before I have the potential of losing any motivation.
How much money?
Wow. Is that what it's gonna cost to fix that head of yours?
Look at that. Spreading joy and laughter to everyone. That's what toy selling's all about.
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior.
Don't know full
600,000 more
Polish/English,
paid in full.
so writing
Yeah,
poems
no.
will be hard.
Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny twice.
Well,
Or you always cruising for a bruising.
I guess that kind of
Alright
dampens it then a
I'll
little
make
bit.
things a little easier
But
for
you'd be
I'll join
anxious.
the treasure hoarders.
Hang on a second.
Furnish
I'll read
you
that
are
in a
willing to
second.
pay when we're brothers in arms.
Let's actually get a little bit of the story here, because
Listen to
otherwise
yourself.
I'll miss some
You
stuff.
think we just let any old person into the treasure hoarders? I'm not so sure you could hack it.
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure hunting.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. Alright then. Show us what you got.
Alright, let's take out the...
Truth be told,
Because I probably
set
need
up
to
a
take them
shop
out
here
for
because
him,
there's a
right?
fine little loot cave nearby. But the treasure hasn't been easy to get at. We've been at it for 2 days now.
Good night for now.
If you think you're up
Alright,
to
good
stuff,
night.
why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf? Of course, that means that once you got it, it's ours. Don't try to sneak off with the prize now.
Oh, he will.
Come on. If we can't do it, do you really think this guy stands a chance?
I mean, he will.
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while since I've been assessed by someone else.
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem. Don't blink though, or you might miss it.
Oh, no, I won't read chat now because I'm on a timer. Also, hang on, I'm playing Childe. Huh. Interesting. So I'm playing the #1 toy salesman. Because yeah, that's definitely what he is. Just a toy salesman. Nothing else. Just going through these loops. Through these nice loop-de-loops. And up we go again. And now we go over this way. There's so many loot. There's so many chests to loot that I have never gotten before. There I can see 2 more chests from here. Crazy to think I missed so much stuff. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, but that wasn't too hard. Got it. Child returns to the treasure hoarders. Okay. Worried you'd be anxious being your first request, so I had to specify that it didn't matter how it turned out, so I was so surprised at quality in less than 24 hours.
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do?
Thanks.
Pretty well, I'd say.
Again, I'm still not too confident in my poetry skills. I'm not confident in anything I do, really. But all the support I keep getting, that's why it always feels kind of unexpected, even though I should be expecting it, considering how often it's happening, but I just can't bring myself to take it completely seriously, no matter how hard I try. There's always going to be that part of me that's like, yeah, but it's not really that good, is it? But I'm gonna try my best to take those compliments and everything to heart.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves.
So?
He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
So now we need to kill them.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted a fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe
what?
We're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden meaning.
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk. I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
There we go.
So this guy must be the debt collector. But why didn't he just say so? What's with all the toy talk?
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this, people speak in code to protect the privacy of their business partners and clients.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
It is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional. Way too professional.
Yeah, professional toy salesman.
Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say, I never imagined that the treasure hoarders would have such strict entry requirements.
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond. But we fully understand the situation with the, toys, sir. We'll fetch that 600,000 for you right away.
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful outcome, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yes. Couldn't agree more, sir.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Yeah, he's a bit of a special case, but still, you're right.
Mr. Childe, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some clients over here?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to speak to them.
Do I have to? Now is hardly the best time.
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Childe, but they are already waiting for you south of Lingju Pass.
Are they
Every
now?
new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will, through the words of her harbingers. This has always been our rule.
Can't they send a
At
different
present,
harbinger?
Master Childe, you are the only harbinger in Liyue.
Thanks for answering the
Please,
question.
Everyone is standing in formation and waiting for you to bestow this honor upon them.
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment to catch up with my brother, and I'll be right with you.
Do you have to keep working?
Apparently he
Yes,
does.
Sir.
He's
we
busy.
have a group of new toy sellers fresh in from the motherland, and I need to go teach them the ropes.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too. Can I go listen?
Another time,
I'm
probably.
afraid you're still too young to, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
You're dumping him on us again.
But
I really do have to go now, too, sir. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, alright?
Well, someone clearly doesn't
Really
like
dotes on his
this.
brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job.
Think that covering it up is the tough part. Yeah, covering it up might be a little bit more of a problem.
He hasn't done himself any favors with the whole toy seller cover story. To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side.
Overprotective, how much longer he can hide. Yeah, that's the question. Eventually he's either gonna slip up, someone else might slip up, you never know.
Paimon wonders too. But hey, let's at least help him out while we're all in Liyue. Wait, where's Tooser?
Gone. He died. He jumped off a cliff.
We were too busy chatting. Where'd he go?
I guess he probably snuck off to follow his brother.
Seems likely. Tooser did seem really eager to hear his brother's speech. Either way, let's head over there first.
Up, off we go then. Why does it say challenge completed? I mean, we completed a part of the... Oh, no, there's no teleport point in this direction. We actually have to walk now. Oh, that's horrible. I don't like this. Actual traveling. After unlocking all the different teleport points, I never would have imagined that this would be another thing that actually happens. But here we are. Doing it. Also, no, I have no intention of fighting these enemies. I'm just gonna walk past them. They're gonna notice me, definitely. But I'm gonna keep running. There we go. Now let's run. Just follow the road. Can't be much more simple than that. They're actually catching up. Jeez. That makes you really appreciate having Baron Bunny. But no. Of course, Amber died. So whatever. Another chest I haven't opened. But those aren't our focus. Right now... Crap, no, those guys saw us. Right now I really just want to focus on getting these story quests done. Because I can open chests on my own time.
Tooser, so you did come here.
Obviously. Don't you ever... your brother would have been worried sick. Yeah.
Quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
Oh, you don't want to listen to that one. You gonna continue? There we go.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zeppeljärni Palace. You will chill the very marrow in our enemies' bones. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and meticulousness. For the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like...
yeah.
like kites and rattle drums.
Wow.
Who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of Liyue.
Really?
Huh? Kites are really fun too.
Wow.
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace too is a battlefield.
Yeah.
So as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my every order.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Betrayal. And the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged from the Liyue Institute of Toy Research.
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the Institute?
Yeah. This is hard to watch.
Pleases no one at all. Time to try something else. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Alrighty then.
Did he just say that we're doing hands-on training?
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? Well, what an honor!
You're all gonna die.
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this idea?
I'm gonna have to beat them up as Childe, huh?
That's the spirit.
Alright, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Let's see what Childe can do. Alrighty then. You're the one guy who can switch between. Yeah, you're the guy who can switch between ranged combat and close combat.
No time to lose.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, switch.
By royal decree.
Alright, let's go in. Hang on a second. Gotta actually do some stuff now.
Time to clean up.
Go over here. No, run around him.
Steady as stone. I'll catch up.
Oh dear God. This is actually really annoying. Official. Alright, let's send you back in. Alright, one of them down. Two more left.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Damn it! I am trying to hurry up here. You die. Just, come on. Perish. Okay. And... Oz. Then let's crystallize. Again. Come on. There we go, finally. Shield down. And done. Wait, never mind, there's reinforcements.
By royal decree. Leave it all to me.
Oh no! Of course there had to be a second wave. Alright, this guy needs to die because he's a healer. Let me attack! Okay. Who's the JoJo character that act with the hammer? Extremely well built. Oh yeah, the hammer for 2E guys, they're really annoying because of their shields. So... But just another for 2E basically.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Come on, I hate these guys so much right now. Just take care of the healer. That's gonna make it so much easier.
I must leave no stone unturned.
There we go, healer down. Okay. One wave. And this one. And now you die. Am I done? Thank you.
Well then, do you all understand what I said earlier?
Alright, so to get back to it, yeah, just another Fatui guy, and they're really annoying because of their stupid shield. Wow, this stream is doing horribly, I just noticed. Oh dear God.
Yes, sir. Excellent. And you
That's gonna
all
bring,
almost
this stream's
managed
gonna
to
bring
get
my
me
average
lifted up.
viewers down quite a bit, I feel
In other
like.
words,
But I still wanna
you've
do
done
it.
well for new recruits.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger.
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you all glorious victory for Snezhnaya, for Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and for yourselves.
Oh
Dismissed.
lord. Just, oh lord to what? Well, minute streaming, I guess that's one thing.
Tusser, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking
And
of
Rob went to
Traveler
bed,
taking me to
yeah.
play at Wang Shuin.
Kind of a bad timing, I guess, on my part.
That's some terrible acting.
But, you know, min streaming means we're gonna be able to raid her later. So at least I won't need to think about who I'm gonna raid. That is, unless she finishes before me and decides to raid me instead. Whoever finishes first is gonna be the raider, and whoever finishes last is gonna be the raided. We'll see which is the case. Ducky, haven't seen him in a while. He recently popped up on the Discord again, but other than that, yeah, Ducky has been very inactive. Hasn't been streaming either. Hasn't been showing up on the streams. Kind of wonder what's going on with him right now. Maybe he's just busy. Maybe that's just maybe he's a little bit stressed out right now. Who knows? But yeah, you really did get stronger.
I told you, didn't I? I never pass on an opportunity to improve my strength. I'm not the man I was when we first met.
Might drop him DM to see if he's okay. If you want to do that, then feel free. But to be honest, I'm also kind of curious as to why he stopped streaming again. It's been a month already, hasn't it? Like, roughly. That's definitely quite some time. Alright. A month, half a month, something around that range. I'm not even sure, to be honest. I just know that it's been a while. Yeah, you didn't go all out,
By
definitely.
that, I assume you mean that I didn't use the foul legacy transformation, yes? It puts a great strain on my body, so it's best saved for crucial moments. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway,
Really?
I'm no senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on now.
The foul legacy transformation? Does it make you stronger than Mr. Cyclops? You could say that.
Yeah.
I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, too, sir, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get stronger if you know the reason why you're fighting. I can teach you, but think carefully first. Why do you want to fight?
You?
I want to protect Sister Tonya.
That's a good answer, too, sir. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me. How does that sound?
Seems fair. Sounds like we're wrapping up this story right now.
Tusser's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
Yeah.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, too, sir? Isn't it about time that you took the boat back home?
But you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
Too, sir, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up the toy seller act forever.
Just he said lamp in the Genshin channel yesterday. Inactive for a while. Yeah, that's what I mean. He popped in recently.
Go back home.
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? Alright, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research. Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
A reasonable
Done
wish.
deal. After all, you've come all this way for me, too, sir. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant you one last wish before you leave.
Saying one last wish sounds so interesting.
This is a good idea. It doesn't seem like the best place for kids.
Well, he's gonna be well
You should
protected.
come along too, traveler. This time, it's Tusser's turn to take you sightseeing.
I guess we're not wrapping it up
Let me
yet.
think. Ah, yes. The Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, traveler, you're not the sort of person who would disappoint a kid now, are you?
So I'm guessing we're gonna come along
Brothers are
again.
ganging up on us again. Oh, fine.
And here I was thinking we're gonna be wrapping it up. Guess I was wrong. Well, not like I'm gonna complain, it just goes to show that there's a lot of story in this game. Which is a good thing. Okay. Well, off we go. Oh, Amber just revived. I'll still avoid using her, but technically speaking, she's alive again. Hey, I've been here recently. I've looted this area recently, except for the chest guarded by the Ruin Hunter, because I hate Ruin Hunters. Yeah, you can see all the torches down there are lit, and all those things are activated. Because, again, I've done some looting off screen, so here you can see some of my handiwork. Alright, guess we're going in here.
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's
Saving my
Institute of
points for a
Droid
great
Research.
timing kill. Oh dear god, I'm worried.
Yeah, we're here! I can already hear the sounds of machinery inside. Awesome! What is this place? And how do you know about it?
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this is one of Dottore research facilities. Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Interesting.
Huh? So the ruin guards are built by the Fatui?
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, strictly speaking, they're as much our enemies as anyone else's. We just do research, nothing more.
Really?
As to why the Ruin Guards have been moving outside of this area recently, I can only imagine that he's gotten bored of playing around with them and has lost interest in this place.
Wow, yet another harbinger with a bad attitude.
Seems
But at
like
least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing
seems like the
Tutor here.
standard.
Seems you did your homework ahead of time.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually have no idea what this place is like on the inside.
Well, let's find out.
So, are you or are you not worried about your brother's safety?
Of course I am. But no matter what the danger is, I will parry it. Isn't that what any older brother would do? Even Tusser understands that, now that he knows what he's fighting for. It's the very same reason that's been nestled in my own heart for so many years.
And there he is. Speak of the devil.
Come on, let's go in.
Alright, follow me.
It's a bit dangerous, but well, I guess I'll be able to play as also level 35. Are you serious? I guess I'll have number 5 slot be Childe again, right? Right? Character 5 slot is Childe.
Brother, someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops is a killing machine.
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say. And you shouldn't go repeating it either, Tusser. You're far too young to be talking about such violent topics.
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to defeat the bad guys and protect the world. He's my favorite toy.
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around, the bad guys won't ever get you.
And we'll kill a lot of them.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, Tusser, wait up!
The door's shut. Will Tusser be alright?
Guess we'll have to
There's
open
another
it.
path over there. Let's move.
Or we'll go around. But this seems like a pretty cool place. Alright, guess we're going down here.
You're mine.
Huh. There's a chest over here, you know I have to get that. Defeat bad guys equals violent, no. I mean, kind of. I need to activate this again. Can I just do this? Okay, that works. Go, go, go! Okay. And I think we need to do it over here too. And up we go. But, you know, it's not violent if it's bad guys who get hurt, you know? Not violent at all in that case. These are all locked because of enemies, of course. Alright, Oz, come on out. There we go. Easy. Can I... Okay. So I need to activate all three of them within a limited amount of time, I guess. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, the timing isn't particularly strict. Easy. And now we unlock this.
Oh, the door opened. Was that you?
Yes.
That's right. But give me a moment over here, Tooser. I need to make sure that everything's safe. Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much.
Well, at least the Ruin Guards didn't attack him, so whatever. Wait, can I get out here? Oh, come on. Just let me jump out. Wait, actually, can I crouch? Wait, maybe I can sprint through. Nope. That hole should be big enough. Come on. Batman breaks every bad guy's body and says they're the bad guy, so therefore it's righteous. Yeah, exactly. You know how Batman is all about not killing people, but then he injures them so badly that the hospital bills are gonna kill them. Because isn't Gotham set in the US? So yeah, just killing them would be more merciful than the hospital bills would be. Plus, yeah, that's they're definitely not doing too well. How am I... Okay, that door doesn't open. Huh? Okay, now I'm confused. Let's get back up here, I guess. Oh, I can go this way. Look around before you backtrack.
Those ruin guards have all been strung up. Where are they being taken to?
I don't know, but if there's a chance it's where Tooser is, we need to stop this before things get ugly.
Break their spines, so possibly restricts their quality of life forever. True enough. Okay, let's open this. So our enemies are some slimes. Okay, simple enough.
Leave it all to me. I swear by my sword.
So getting Oz out here wouldn't really help much, so...
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Yeah, this is... Childe is definitely making this a lot easier. Never mind, there's more of them. Let's take out these guys. Actually, now it actually
By royal decree.
makes a difference if I bring out Oz. Oh no, explosives!
Riptide.
Oh, he actually has two different queues as well. Nice. Okay, let's again break everything so I can get all the loot. Okay, guess I need to walk around. And there wasn't even anything in there. Hello, spider. You wanna die? Oh wow, you have... Actually, no, I shouldn't be playing Amber, because she's technically... I know she got revived, but it still feels a little bit stupid to play as her. Considering that someone paid their well-earned channel points in order to get her removed. Okay. Would you guys kindly die? Come on. Yeah, not worth using my ability here. Just grab this loot. Alright. And on we go. Oop. Stupid drop. Okay.
Tooser, see that big stone cube in front of you? I need your help.
Oh, hey, yeah, ask him for help, like he's gonna do stuff.
Really gonna help my big brother out?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Heyo, that worked. At least his side seems a lot safer than my side. Imagine if he had to deal with all this stuff right now. There's a chest over here. Ooh, okay, I see how it works. Okay, okay, I get it, I get it, I get what you're doing here. Actually, I should be playing as him as much as possible. Come on, bring out the next Ruin Guard. There it is. Move! Thanks.
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you. So stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Yeah, it do be like that. Going this way is so much slower. Hang on, maybe I can make it past? Oh, are you kidding me? There's a platform over here, technically. Can I land on that? No, never mind, I went out of bounds. But actually, this makes it easier. Now I'm back on this side. Okay, come on, Ruin Guard. Let's hurry up. Can I just damage boost through them? Are you serious? They don't even do anything. Wow! I feel like an idiot right now. They don't even do anything. Okay, so I need to unlock that. Fine. I can do that. And then I gotta fight 2 Ruin Guards, apparently. Hooray. Okay, let's go. Actually, use Amber for this, just cause. I kind of slightly might have to. And then we switch back to official or something.
Back together at last. You're not hurt, are you, Tooser?
Hurt? No way. This is really fun. Fine for you, maybe. We were all scared to death. What's over there? Wow, this room is huge. Is this where Mr. Cyclops takes his friends when they come to visit?
It is. Impressive, isn't it? Now, how about a little game of hide and seek?
Huh? Now? But...
Yes, now.
I have a surprise for you, you know.
A surprise? Oh, what sort of surprise?
Don't worry, you'll have the chance to look for it later. But before that, you have to close your eyes, turn around, and count down from 60.
Okay. 60 is a really long time, though.
I'm guessing we have 60 seconds to beat these guys, yeah.
60, 59, 58...
There's not much time. Let's clear all these hazards out.
Well, no time to waste. Better get to it. Well, at least Childe does a lot of damage, so...
Are you guys okay? What's all that crashing and banging?
Don't worry, it's all part of the surprise.
Okay, get a shot up here. Send Oz back out.
16, 12, 10...
Move, move, move. Q.
You skipped a few numbers, you little rascal.
You know
There's more?
Alright. 15, 14,
Okay, switch.
13...
There's 4 of them. Okay, never mind. It apparently just skipped ahead once I beat one of them. And there's even more incoming.
Give me another 10 seconds, Tooser. Still hiding.
10 seconds? Alright, let's see how you manage this.
Now who's the cheater? Alright, 10 seconds, that's it.
You're gonna use your special form, aren't you? Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And don't forget to hide to make it believable.
1. Coming, ready or not.
So, where did you hide? Yeah, this is, Man, imagine if you could actually use that ability if you play as him.
It's Mr. Cyclops' world.
Yeah, definitely the coolest.
He actually pulled it off. And the way he knocked those ruin guards around was like they really were kids' toys. But Paimon wonders if he'll be alright after using the Valve Legacy transformation again.
Probably not, but that's one less worry for us, right? If he can't fight, if one Harbinger is down,
He's Mr. Cyclops'
that's actually our benefit.
I'd sure love to take one home. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd my brother go?
He said he was
Aren't you guys
hide and
supposed to
seek.
be playing
Yeah.
hide and seek? Oh, that's right. I was so excited that I forgot all about our game. Well, let's go look for him together, okay?
Any loot hidden over here? No? Just you? Okay. So how are you doing, child?
It's a good thing that you two found me first. Looks like using the Foul Legacy transformation while I was still injured took more out of me than I thought.
Let's kill him while we have the chance. Ah, no, we're not that mean.
I have no idea what I'd do if Tooser saw me like this. Look at me. Deflated as a burst balloon.
Was this worth it? You're not afraid that I might end you right here, yes.
As I recall, you have siblings too, yes? I figured that you probably wouldn't take me out in front of my little brother.
Really
Alright,
mucky
fair
situation,
enough.
Huh?
Like I said, I can never pass on an opportunity to test my limits. And that's why I, Tartaglia, am always getting stronger. Anyway, childhood dreams are all too easily shattered. Even if you just leave them be, they will fall to pieces all by themselves. So someone has to protect them, right? If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make a mistake, you apologize. And if you give someone a dream, you defend it to the end.
Is
Is
that
what
so?
family is all about, isn't it?
Nothing to say, apparently.
Remind you of something, did I?
Quit the tough guy act already. You need to see a doctor right away, mister.
Also, Min! Thank you for the raid!
First,
I was gonna say, whichever one of us finishes first is probably gonna raid the other, but looks like you were done before me this time.
Is this a Mr. Cyclops action figure?
indeed, I had made it to order by a smith.
So yeah, I'm currently doing some story quests that I still have, that I'm still missing. But thank you very much for the raid, I appreciate it.
Wow. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Childe's family are really lucky to have him, aren't they?
I'll also need you to explain my abrupt departure to Tooser. You'll help me out, won't you?
Alright, yeah. Break a pinky promise, you keep it all... You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. That's what we go for. Finally remember to raid you.
That once betrayed your friend. The frost will
Wait,
freeze your
wait,
tongue
what?
So you never lie again. That nursery rhyme.
Playing child story quest?
Delightful memories.
Ah,
Tooser taught you that one, did he?
well... Guess you came right at the end of it, huh? My apologies, then that I decided to do this one. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do another one after this. Guess I should have switched up the order a little bit, huh? Oh well, I mean, in the end, there's always the archive, isn't there?
All right. Thank you.
I guess in the end, there's always the archive too. Alright, what do you get over here?
I'll catch up.
Hey, hey, everything alright?
I can't find him anywhere. Where did he go?
Yeah, I found him.
Really? Where is he?
He's dead. I killed him. Yeah, suddenly a lot of people wanted to buy it.
He had to leave in a real hurry. He didn't abandon you here on purpose.
It's just business.
Well, that's great. But still, I was kind of hoping we could play here a little longer.
Well, also, Mr. Cyclops will keep you company.
Wow, look at this! I never knew that they made Mr. Cyclopses in this size. Look, it even has my name on it. It's my very own Mr. Cyclops.
Wonder where he got that from.
You're really loving it, huh?
Didn't, unless he said it and I didn't pay attention.
My brother is
Because I was concerned with concerned about chat.
had a tour of Liyue, you met your brother, visited the Institute of Toy Research, and got yourself a souvenir. Now that's what we tour guides call the perfect trip. Do you think you're ready to head back to Snezhnaya now? Don't
Hopefully.
worry. I know I can't get my way all the time. That'd just be annoying for everyone else.
So?
Let's go.
Well, let's get out of here then. Wait a second, I heard that. That sounded like a chest. Yes. Gotta take all the loot I can get. Oh, let's get out of here. Tusa's he is a good boy. He's really looking up to his big brother. You know, the toy salesman. The best toy salesman around. But we're still not quite finished with this quest, apparently. Still got another thing to do. Honestly, this quest line is longer than I expected. But I welcome it. Again, it just means that really goes to show how much story this game actually has. Because pretty much the entirety of this stream has just been focused on this particular story quest, so... I'm saying goodbye to Ilboy. All the character storylines are so long. Yeah. Some are a little bit shorter, I think. Some are slightly shorter than others, but this one, the entire stream has just been focused on this one. And here I was thinking I might be able to do 3 today, but no, by the looks of it, we'll definitely just be doing 2. And then and then the remaining 2 will be in the next Genshin stream.
Sir, young Master Tuser, I've been waiting for you.
Actually, no, it's not entirely true. I did start another story quest line, but I couldn't complete it because, again, character involved in another quest.
Please, come this way.
Who are you? My big brother always tells me never to go off with strangers. But you've been following us around this whole time.
It's like the longest in my opinion.
I've known who you are all along.
Then again, Childe is also an interesting character, so he probably deserves the long storyline.
All about you in a letter he sent back home. Sister Tonya read it to me.
Really?
I actually recognized you the moment I saw you. I just couldn't remember your name.
Character involved in another quest. It's always... I hate it when that happens. I just hate it. Especially because sometimes it says that and then the character isn't even involved in that particular section of the quest. But it still tells you, no, you need to complete that quest line first. Or rather, you need to complete a section of the quest line in which that character isn't even involved. And then you need to go back to the quest line you were meant to do. And once that's finished, you need to go back to... Yeah, it's annoying. That's one of the things I don't like about this game. But it was a pleasure meeting you, yeah.
Young Master Tuser, the boat to Snezhnaya will dock soon. We'd best prepare for boarding.
Gee, time really flies when you're having fun.
So you're leaving now?
Well then, see you, Mr. Nice Guy. I'll wait for you back home.
So troublesome, yeah.
Definitely
Agreed.
have to come visit Snezhnaya sometime.
Yeah. Wanna make a pinky promise?
Yeah, pinky promise, pinky promise.
Let's go the extra mile here.
Promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, Paimon throws you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
Pinky promise, my heart.
Promise then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Toozer. Have a safe trip.
Something about pinky promises is just... Pinky promises carry this childlike innocence in them, and even if the people who make a pinky promise aren't children, it still carries that sense of both innocence and deep meaning. I just don't know why pinky promises are so... Something about them.
Child? So you were here this whole time? What are you hiding for? Why didn't you come and say goodbye?
Because otherwise, his brother would
Partings are special moments.
would have wanted to spend more time with him, probably.
Final moments in Liyue seeing me all haggard and weak like this.
Also that.
That's not a memory I want him to leave with. Still, it is a shame that I couldn't see him off by myself. I should have been the one taking him back. I do have subordinates to escort him, but I still feel a little uneasy.
Jeez, don't you think you spoiled him enough already?
Apparently not. I don't think he.
Explain it, but
I don't think he can
somehow
ever
I
spoil
felt
him
much
enough.
more at ease leaving him in your care. And to think that not long ago we... yes,
We
I
fought?
almost forgot. Remuneration for your services, which I really couldn't have done without this time.
Aha! So you do have a heart after all.
I mean, we
One
know
other
that
thing.
already.
Don't forget our promise now. Let's have a rematch when we get the chance. This time, with my honor as a harbinger on the line.
Looking forward to it. Maybe I'll actually lose this
Don't
time.
come crying to us when you lose all over again.
Eventually.
Regardless of who wins or loses our next bout, I'd also like to invite you over to my home. I'll introduce
Really?
you to my other siblings, Tonya and Anthon. They're great kids, and I'm very proud of them both.
We'll take you up on that offer.
Am I correct in guessing that that's gonna be... That might be the main... might be part of the main storyline later on.
I'm sure that
Maybe.
you'll be very excited to see me
Potentially.
too. Well, that settles it. I'm looking forward to it. Now, farewell, my friends. Till we meet again.
Actually,
In Snezhnaya.
it either might be part of the main storyline at some point, or the character quests might get a second act at some point. That's also possible. Imagine if all the different story quests would get an act 2 eventually, so you get to spend even more time with those characters. Not impossible. Okay, now let's get to it. We still want to do one more. See, this is the one I started. And this is the one I couldn't do. So out of the two, which one should we do? Well, shoes off. Down of feet. Cleaned. Alright. Good to hear, I guess. So now, let's actually decide. So far, I've just been going down the line, but... New Tao story quest, rip. Yeah, I know I started it, but then... Yeah. I already said what happened. So, it's just a 50-50 choice here right now. If you have any preference, now's the time to voice it. Why not finish your world quests? I'd rather focus on story quests right now, you know. As for the world quests, I might as well... I'm not even sure if I want to do them all on stream. I think I'm gonna do one more story quest now. The next time then I'll do the one that's blocked off screen. So I can do these two on stream again. And then if I still have time, I'll do some of these. So, top or bottom? Which is it gonna be? I want a depressing one or a somewhat uplifting one? I'm usually depressed enough, so let's go with an uplifting one. I'm guessing Zhongli is the more depressing one? Or is Zhongli's a little bit more funny because, well, I don't know how money works. So that's the question here. Sea of Clouds, alright then, we'll go for this one. Navigate. Oh, it's in town. Nice. Zhongli is both, but it's the sad one. Alright. Well, now I know. Also, by the way, since you joined a little bit later, I'm not gonna be using Amber today. Because technically she already got killed off, but when I teleported next to a statue of the Seven, she got revived. But I don't want to go right back to using her just because of that. I actually want to hold off on that, because someone used their well-earned points to kill her off, so I shouldn't just, you know. So let's go. Isn't exactly sad, just pitiful. Well, let's see.
Alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
You're just...
I'm just?
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Yeah, Schematics. And Phoenixian, hi, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you around in a while.
Several days since Ganyu left for Jueyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing.
So, guess I might as well catch you up on what's going on again. Doing story quests right now. Still have some to do. And might as well finally finish them off. Not this stream, but the next Genshin stream. 2 today, 2 next time, and then we should be done. So yeah.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones.
Alright
They
then.
commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Jueyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
So, trouble with the Adepti.
Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
Also possible.
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu,
Got a little
she's been
busy,
nothing but the
totally
most
understandable.
conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yue High Pavilion saying there is still so much to do.
Is there now?
Maybe using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
Didn't quite work out
Couldn't
so
imagine
like
Miss
that, huh?
Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
Oh no. Shouldn't you get back to work? Yeah, what are you standing around here for if you're complaining about the... if you're talking about how big the workload is?
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
Speaking of Jueyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Well, I can go pretty much anywhere.
Lots of times.
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Jueyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
Alright, yeah, lives are at stake. I'll do it. No one else can do it, I guess.
Saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
Cloud Retainer, huh?
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Also a fair point. Well, time to get to work. Sea of clouds, sea of people. Here we go.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozang?
All the way over here.
We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
Working overtime. Well, sad that nowadays everyone's kind of out of a job rather than working more than necessary. Because everyone's getting thrown out. Because of circumstances. But overtime work is also a real problem. That's not something I want to get into. Yeah. Now then, let's see what I can do here. Also, I want to be really careful because I don't want another character to die right now. Because not having access to Baron Bunny is already annoying me. Because I just like the combo of Baron Bunny and Oz. Just Drawing my enemies over in a specific direction and having Oz attack them while I deal with the stragglers just makes stuff so much easier, and now I can do that strategy.
Here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here.
What if?
Is it official or
I
private
use...
affairs that bring
Is
you
that a
here?
threat?
I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world? Yeah, that sounds odd.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
So you've completely settled into your role as Adeptus now and
The clouds
left everyone
fold
else
and
behind.
unfold. The tide
Is
ebbs and
that what you're
flows.
getting at?
It was meant
No
to
more
be.
Liyue Qixing, but rather
Only
just fully
Adepti entrusted
Adeptus.
humans with overseeing Liyue. I knew it was only a matter
What
of
if I
time
have
until I
enough
had
points to
leave.
kill 2 of your characters and I'm just waiting to strike? That would be very mean. But in that case, I wouldn't be afraid to use revival items.
Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by
Oh no.
Baiwen, Bai Shao, and Bai Shu.
That's
Perhaps
very
that mission of
threatening
mine
still.
was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
Yeah, nobody wants to get rid of you, honestly. From what I know, there's a lot of people who really appreciate you. I'm one of them, but I know there's a lot of people in the fanbase who appreciate you even more, because I personally don't have too much of, haven't really formed too much of an opinion on you now. Other than you seem like an interesting character.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for
Caused you
your
enough
words of
trouble
comfort.
with that reward so
After
far.
1,000 years away, I
Thank
came
you
back
for
to
restraining
Julian
yourself.
Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But?
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Hello. It is I.
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
You say that
Here
now.
to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Chat about the old times? You mean, what exactly do you mean? Pokemon just came out of... I mean it's an Adeptus, not a Pokemon exactly, but I can see that. A wild Adeptus appeared. Speaking of Pokemon, the recent announcement, we've talked about it before. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but it does seem promising so far. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out, though.
The matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year.
So?
Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Go on.
Nothing to
Give
be
us more.
ashamed of.
Give us more.
You were
Give
so
us more
cute as a
backstory.
child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Yeah, I'm a bit curious.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Small Ganyu stories. Let's go.
Little Ganyu loved
Promising
when the horns
forward.
on the
I'm
top of her
up to
head were
date with
caressed.
Nintendo announcements.
When one was still
Well,
taking care
the
of
recent
her,
Pokemon
one was
announcements
pestered
were
most
like,
often to touch
it
her
seems
head.
like they're finally gonna
She
make a
was
proper
elsewise
open world
moved to
Pokemon
sleep.
game. So,
Wow.
with good graphics
She
apparently.
was back then. Why,
But
when she
everyone
was
already
young,
got their hopes for that
descended
up
the
during the
mountain,
Sword and Shield
she would
announcement, and
roll
then there was
down
just
to the
like the one
bottom
wild
like a little
area.
ball.
So,
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh.
so go
So
on.
fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Powerful Adeptus, right? Powerful Adeptus, scared of people.
It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Sure. To my Korean Filipino friends, because they love keeping up to date with Nintendo. You know what, that's fair. Avoid the announcement and just get the important infos from your friends. Understandable. It seems you didn't read the room.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? Huh. But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival.
How so?
One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her.
So you think she should return to the Liu
Tell you
Xixing?
more about her, if you should permit it.
Go on, I'm curious.
Most benevolent among all.
Oh, we're gonna get one of these cutscenes again.
They drink only spring water.
Interesting.
And eat only whole grain. But perhaps
Always nice to see some of this.
Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
Aww.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
Aww.
Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't...
I mean, I'd like to accompany her, but still.
Anyways, what's that training Ganyu is talking
Imagine if you could actually get the characters from doing their story quests. Wouldn't that be nice?
Returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to
Imagine how nice that would be. It would be broken, but still.
Part of Mount Aozang right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Alright, off we go. Wait. Oh, that way. How far? Worth teleporting? Definitely worth teleporting. Gotta get around. Gotta get around quickly. Okay. And off we go. I see you down there. And I hope not to accidentally die by entering your cutscene area without my wing glider open. The annoying part is really is if you enter the range for the cutscene to trigger while your wind glider isn't open yet, then you can't open it in time anymore because it doesn't the game doesn't accept your inputs anymore. But you can during that time where the game doesn't accept your inputs, you can still hit the ground and die, and that's what I really don't like. I've died multiple times to that, and I hate it. Yeah, but company.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again.
So I'm guessing I'll be able to play as you now?
Signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Well then, let's get to it. I hear a timer. So one here, one here, and oh, go go go. Come on. And one here. Where to now? Oh. Come on. I really don't want to close my wing glider more than necessary.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something.
Because I'm always worried that I won't be able to reopen it in time and just fall too far. Which would be very annoying. Oh, that's moving. Of course it is. Higher. No, never mind that hit. Okay. Oh, much higher for that one, huh? Or do I need to keep gliding? I need to keep going. That's what I'm doing wrong here. Duh. Okay, there we go. That should make it a lot easier. And I still miss. How far does it go before it turns around? There we go.
Wow, Ganyu's a really awesome shooter.
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Alright, let's not slow down here, after all. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some problems. I'm gonna need to go up here, okay. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, not another wind current. I'm probably not playing this optimally right now, but as long as I'm kind of doing it correctly, that's really all I need. That was a close one. Wait, that's the rest. Huh. I did it.
We've completed the task. What do you think?
Perhaps I'd make a good Adeptus. What are you talking about? Ganyu did the entire thing. Why is our main character talking like they'd be a good Adeptus here?
You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti.
Alright, yeah. Yeah.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Of how many?
Huh? So
3?
there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Mountain Shaper or Moon Carver? Let's go for Moon Carver.
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Is?
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Oh!
So it's Childe. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
Oh, so we're meeting him again. Alright, I'm down, I'm down. Interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure he's gonna be happy for extra company, right? He's gonna appreciate the extra company. Oh, it's still around here. Okay. And off we go. Simple enough to find him. I was kind of thinking we would have to go back to the inn, but apparently that's not the case. I've been here before, right? I can't open this chest yet. I don't know how to open this. Because I don't think it triggers enemies to spawn. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to find the second Seelie here in order to open it. Open it before I die. Okay, no, I need to talk to him and not just approach him. Of course, he wouldn't be the type of person to show any initiative when it comes to talking.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
Hello, I'm here too.
I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Childe is such a strict teacher.
Any comment
neither an
about us?
Adeptus nor a human.
No, he's ignoring
Always
us.
treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of
Ciao!
explaining yourself,
BRB, alright, see you in
you
a
should
second
face
then.
your true self.
Oh, no, sorry, I read that as BRB. Ah, that's what I read when I just show at a glance. When I just read it at a glance, I just read wrong stuff apparently. Why would I assume you're gonna leave immediately after after he shows up? That would just be, yeah, sure. I'm hyped for seeing him, but I'm gonna leave right away now. Wow. Might be a good teacher, yeah. A good teacher maybe, but also kind of strict, I think.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Will it now? So we're gonna explore Ganyu's body, huh? It's all up to interpretation, I guess. Crap, crap, crap. Sorry, I had to. Crabs are really annoying to get, you know. Oh, let's get to it.
Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Don't forget to use my other characters too, just because I can.
No touching.
At least there's no timer, that makes it easier on me, because I don't like timer missions. They always stress me out so much.
Steady as stone.
So not having them, kind of nice. Oh, they're coming from this direction now. And going in. Crab is good. Crab is really annoying to get. Whenever I'm cooking, I always run out of crab first. Second is usually fish. But it's always crab first, then fish. I always run out of those two.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Alright. Ganyu. Wanna do some more stuff?
Way behind schedule.
And that should hopefully finish it off. But there's gonna be... How many waves is there gonna be? I need to defeat 26 monsters. That's how many waves? Alright, Fischl is gonna be very helpful for these stupid enemies here. I really don't like them. That's it? Okay. Next ones? Okay, those ones are easy. Jump. Oh. Even easier than expected. Oh, we got more company coming in here.
Born of ice and frost. No touching.
And there we go.
Overdue. Come on. Focus.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Next wave. Okay. Oz, you go over here. I'm going over here.
Barbados, guide us.
Oh, well, nope, never mind. Well, shield is not recharged, but this is, so might as well. Crap, they're at the thing. Gotta charge in here now.
Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Alright, come on, charge up. And back to Ganyu. I really should be using that a little bit more, considering that freezing the enemies is gonna be really, really beneficial.
Blaze over.
Next wave. Only 5 enemies left, and I have about 50% health, so this shouldn't. This should be a win. By any accounts, this should already be. This should already be over, basically.
Come on. Focus.
Yeah. I don't see this going wrong. No way. If I somehow lose this, then I'm gifting 10 subs, because this is impossible to lose. There's not even 10 people in chat, so gifting 10 subs would be very stupid. So let's not mess up right now. But I can't mess up. I just can't mess up. It's impossible. I'm not even gonna use any abilities now. I'm just gonna slash at this guy. That's how easy it is. And done. So. Anything you want to... Crap! Okay, anything you want to say now? Did I do a good?
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Will we know?
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
Could be nicer while sharing them.
From
Could be,
tomorrow
but
on,
that's just his
I'll
character.
start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Hmm?
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Sure it is.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti.
Ah.
Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Wow.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
Definitely materialist. I can see why. Yeah, this is... To be honest, wouldn't everyone be annoyed by having these people constantly come up to them?
He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
None.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
Wow.
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus?
Wow.
Why do you speak
Wow.
and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
You know, you really should show some respect. Adeptus in training, an Adeptus in training is still an Adeptus.
Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
Kinda.
Sorta have a point.
Yeah.
We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
But for Ganyu specifically, and not because she's an
Doesn't
Adeptus.
matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Wow.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said, he was right.
Was he,
I thought that
though?
coming back to Julian Karst and devoting myself to training
Oh,
would
about
make me
that,
feel
yeah,
like an
that.
Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that
Well, time to go back to Liyue Harbor.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
Can you believe? No, she can't. But please at least try.
True, just believe us.
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Julian Karst once again.
It's a step
Well-
in the right direction. Let's go.
Gonna lurk, gotta go eat. Alright, you do that. You do that while I continue the storyline. Curious to see how long this will go. Probably around the same length, so we should probably be finished about at the 3-hour mark. Roughly. So you can have a very long meal if while watching the stream if you want. Alright. There! See, it triggered. Thankfully I was able to open the glider before it happened.
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
Fair enough. Guess we're going sightseeing yet again. We just did that in the previous quest, but guess Liyue is always beautiful, so no harm in doing so. Then again, would have been a lot more fun during the lantern ride, you know. Now that all the decorations are gone. By comparison to compared to the lantern ride, it feels so empty now. I mean, it still looks beautiful, but just compared to the lantern ride, it definitely seems to be lacking something. Oh well, there's gonna be a huge festival in Mondstadt soon, so whatevs.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
So you like it here?
You didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh. That's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst, in fact.
Why, isn't it little Miss Ganyu?
Huh?
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Little Miss Ganyu.
Please don't also start calling me that.
Why not?
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
Alright then.
This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards.
I guess that's understandable.
In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Gotta have a little bit of your normal life, right?
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
I'm trying to remember if I've ever messed with him. Nah, don't judge a book by its cover, they say.
Oh, little Miss Ganyu. Your kind words make me feel that my decades of hard work haven't been in vain.
Uncle Tien.
Well, compared to her, you don't do nearly as much work, probably.
Oh, my apologies. It's not intentional, just a childhood habit of mine.
Is that so?
Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
How so, and how is that my
she
concern?
Works at High Pavilion, and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
And I'm guessing I need to come along.
Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh?
Yeah, probably didn't notice.
Let's move then to UHI Pavilion.
On we go. The quickest way possible, as always. Abuse teleportation. I didn't mean to land on that tree. On the plus side, I just found a chest I haven't found before. I'll gladly take that. And its contents... Wait, did something drop over here? I think I got everything. I can't see. There we go. Okay. Hi.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long.
Has it really?
I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come.
That he did. That he did.
Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from UAI Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Nothing, probably.
Where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally.
No.
I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
1,000 years of work experience. I mean, let's see what she has to say.
Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case?
I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
Okay, you go do that, and I'll just, I'll just follow you too, I guess. Okay. Ah, it feels so empty here now. And down we go. Hello.
Aha, we meet again, traveler. And you must be from the UHI Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from UAI Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What?
Wow.
Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
So time to get exposed. Let's see.
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Balleye?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil.
Is that
I'd rather
so?
lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Is that how competitors behave?
Well then,
It's a little bit
please
petty,
look over
but
this tax
some of them do behave like
We'll
this,
give
I
you
guess.
Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word.
And that's how you get others to do your work.
Ah, here I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax
What about
record.
it?
Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
Maybe he
He
can.
might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
So I guess that's where we're heading now.
You're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village. Thank you for shedding
right.
the light on this case, Mr. Balleye.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
But I can.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
That's
To me specifically.
So considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Well, off we go. All the way up here. This would be so much more tedious if I couldn't teleport, right? Imagine having to walk all that distance every time there's anything you need to do anywhere else. Might as well loot a little bit while I'm at it. So, hi, I wanna ask you some questions.
Welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once.
Oh, that's not
But I'm
what we're
always
here
around
for,
if
don't
you're
worry.
keen for a chat.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon's sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the
Yes.
Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away then.
You're very direct.
So
Master Lu.
about what
I
you
will be
saw at
plain.
that one dude.
We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
So,
Sure enough, Mr. Balleye was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
meaning?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here,
at Fonmu Carpenter's. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here.
So that's where my next destination is.
Some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away.
Treasure hoarders, maybe?
They just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway.
Or just literals.
It may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what happened. I see.
Oh.
I'll leave you to it then.
Yeah, let's get to work.
Get back to work.
Let's do what we can. This scene is really necessary.
The warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Where?
Paimon sees them
Fatui?
It's one of the Fatui.
Really? The Fatui? Why the Fatui?
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Shouldn't we observe him? No, I vote we kill him right away.
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
What are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Okay, off we go. He's... what is he, Hydro or Cryo? Well, we'll find out in a second. He is... Cryo. Okay. Whoa, 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 and since when can they turn so quickly? Also, why can you reach me up here? I really want to use Amber right now. Amber would be very helpful here. Alright, I think Noelle is second best choice here. Let's go. Never mind then. This isn't doing nearly as much as I would have hoped. But I can do it without Amber. I can do this. I can pull it off. Don't you worry. It's gonna take a little bit longer than it would if I could just use Amber, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. I'm just gonna keep on bashing it until eventually he just has to die. He can't last forever, you know. Seriously though, Amber would be very helpful here. Okay, official. You. Okay, yeah, they weren't able to always turn that fast, were they? Come on. Almost got rid of his shield. Alright. Alright, Fischl, send Oars back out. Then get our shield back. I will bring you down, don't you worry about it. I don't need Amber to defeat you. I can do it by myself. Whoa. Okay, I think I pretty much got him now. Come on. That should do it. Yes. Got him. Now that his stupid shield is finally gone. Wait. I didn't even need to kill him? Okay then.
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
Quick, tell us everything.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Chinksa village?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to what?
Go on, tell me more.
Over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Chinksa village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Okay then.
How he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that?
I figured it would just be treasure hoarders.
I came here to pick berries, that's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
Blamed him for nothing, yeah.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie.
Sorry, big guy. We'll take our leave.
My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
I need to go soon. All right, that's fine, I guess. Sorry, I'm looking for something right now, so need to sleep for school, but I'll stay for a bit more. All right then.
You may try to solve this problem with force once again.
All right.
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Good choice. You go for your berries. We'll take our leave.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
That is true. I still hate the
Let's
Fatui.
keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse.
Fighting them can be
Our
very
goal is to
annoying.
get the invoice after all.
So where to? Worth teleporting? Yes. Let's get that invoice. Yeah, it's hilichurls, huh? Would have thought it would be treasure hoarders, but I guess hilichurls.
The warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few little churls. Let's show them what we got.
I agree. Still would really like to use Amber right about now, but I mean, what works works, so whatever. Damn it! You had to do this, huh? Alright, hang on. Let me just take someone down with me and then I'll... That's not enough of a drop to kill me. Alright guys, you kill me. Do it. Do it. Pull the trigger, damn it. Okay, that's too slow. The water doesn't seem deep enough to drown, so I'll go back up and let... Actually, maybe it's deep enough over here. Yeah, this looks deep enough. Okay, time to drown. Woo. Woo. This is fun. There we go. Wait. How is Jean now back? It doesn't... Huh? 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 Why did it revive her instantly? With limited health. Anyway, I'll just not use her, I guess. So that leaves just Fishland Noelle, I guess, huh?
By royal decree.
Well, not the best team, I'd say. Look at how little damage I'm doing. This is not what I'd consider to be a fun activity. Especially because Jean also kind of served as my main healer. So now that Jean is gone, I no longer have the ability to properly heal my party. Unless I use items, of course. Let's get out of here. Get Oz back in. Alright, I got one of them. Right? Is he down? He's still not down. Oh god, I'm not dealing any damage anymore. Okay, again, I need you, otherwise I won't do any damage at all. Okay.
I'll catch up.
Let's take care of you real quick. Okay. Retreat. And go back in. Come on, send Oz back out.
I'll catch up.
Please tell me he died from that drop. Okay.
As a good knight should.
Look at this, they're barely taking any damage. I'm trying my best here, okay? Oz. Then go back to you. Shield. Slow and steady. Eventually they're gonna die. Oh, let's go down here and take care of you. No, I don't have time to deal with you right now. I'm busy enough as it is. No, not Jean. There we go. Reinforcements. Why? Why reinforcements? I'm having enough issues as it is. Main DPS was a major part of your party, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Healer and main DPS. And now I can barely do anything. Jean was also, I think, definitely among the higher level ones. That stupid Whopper flower is now also here, which is really annoying.
Steady as stone.
Okay.
Time to clean up.
At least it's encouraging me to use my abilities a little bit more now. Because if I don't use them, then this is gonna take centuries. It's taking long enough as it is right now.
Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance.
Right, there we go. Okay, one more down, which leaves just one guy. And the stupid Whopper flower, which I'm gonna ignore. I don't even know where that came from, to be honest. Alright, Oz, get back out here. Oz, get over here. Isn't this entertaining, guys? Isn't it entertaining to just watch me try my best to get rid of this one enemy right now? Get a little bit closer. Oh. Alright, yeah, let's get back on here. There we go. Eventually he's gonna die, you know. Nope, wrong character. There we go. Where are you going? Don't run away. It's gonna drop. It's gonna extend this unnecessarily. I don't want that.
Someone needs assistance.
Alright, he's coming back up. Oh, you're still not recharged, huh? Come on, charge up. Okay.
By royal decree. Leave it all to me.
Stop backing away.
Someone needs assistance.
It's really annoying when you back away from here.
Someone needs assistance.
Ah! The stupid Whopper flower, I hate it. I hate it so much. You know what? I'm actually so annoyed by it that I'm gonna attack it. Despite it being entirely unnecessary. But I really shouldn't be wasting my time on that stupid Whopper flower. This fight is taking long enough as it is. Okay, okay. Is he dead? Okay, you stupid Whopper flower, I hate you so much right now. I hate Whopper flowers in general, they're just so annoying. The way they constantly disappear and reappear. They're just in general, some of the annoying. They're not particularly hard to deal with, they're just so annoying. I hate them. I hate a lot of enemies, but for different reasons. Okay, let's look around.
This one is an invoice from One Man Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too.
What about here?
This one is Second Life. We finally found it. Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
Up, off we go. I finally beat that guy. Took long enough, I know. Open your stupid glider, thank you. Alright. I have returned. After all this time.
Ms. Ganyu, you're back.
Yeah, sure,
hope it wasn't
don't pay any attention to me.
about like that.
I promise to help you.
Take care, alright, goodbye then. Stream won't go on for much longer anyway. Was nice for, that you stuck around for so much of it. Almost all of it, pretty much. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
Well, let's do just that. The questline is probably nearing its end, if I were to guess, right? No. I always try my best to keep the average viewers up, and that's appreciated. Now, I'm not sure, I don't think they can take affiliate, they just take affiliate. I don't think they take affiliate away if you go below 3 viewer average. So even if we drop down now, I don't think it's too much of an issue, but still. I'd like to keep increasing it anyway. The tax records.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuhai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well.
Are they?
I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Oh, not groundless. We have proof.
Accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
No shame. Absolutely
Haven't I made
not.
myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible.
Yeah, because you thought all the
Absolutely
evidence was
absurd.
gone. Because you're an idiot.
Without rhyme or reason, must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters.
Yeah?
I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
And don't say you forgot. You took care of it far too... yeah.
Single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh, are we taking care of this now too?
Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
You do that.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting
Yeah.
your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years.
Interesting
As
strategy,
Uncle
definitely.
Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
That was a very long pause, but oh well.
Work and family problems. Two birds with one stone.
Anything else we need to do now?
You've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
Let's wait for Ganyu's decision. Yeah, Paimon, you're just hungry as always.
Just a meal. There's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
We dare not, so let's go. Yeah, no, teleport's not worth in this case. There's not really any noticeable difference in distance. Alright, let's see. Nah, I wanted to interact with the door, not you. There we go. So. Hi. That's not where I sat down, but okay.
Ms. Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
This
And as
seems
for the
like
two of you, your
a good
presence is
place to
also
wrap
much
this quest up,
appreciated.
doesn't it?
Sure.
so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Which is?
If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
So Uncle Tian is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuhai Pavilion, too.
Huh, so a whole family basically working there.
After all, to tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
So, all the more reason to stay here, right?
I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me.
There we go.
Accept me.
So you'll stay
They
now.
long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
So you'll stay now.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary.
There we go. You haven't been fired, it's a misunderstanding.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
So do I still need to check in to see if she went back? Or is it the end here? Either way, we're getting close, so we need to think about who to raid. We need to think about who to raid now. So I know there's really not much going on in chat anymore because most people have already left. But if there's any recommendations as to who we might be able to raid, feel free to tell me. Then again, with only 2 viewers, I'm not sure if it's even worth raiding anyone. Usually when I want to raid someone, I usually want to have at least 3 viewers watching, otherwise it feels like... It doesn't really feel like a proper raid. You get it? You get what I'm saying here? But if there's anyone who does have an opinion on who to raid, then feel free to share.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you 3 are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all.
we've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
You were taking a break when I last checked up on you
We
too.
wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all
Well,
our
she is
envious
an
complaints from
adeptus.
before. Just free us from this strenuous
Technically
work,
speaking.
please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Well, it's still gonna be a little bit more work, but oh well.
Yes, there's one more thing.
Hmm?
I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now.
It was a fun adventure, definitely. Annoying towards the end because of chat, but that's not your fault.
To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
This would have been such a great moment to say, yes, you unlocked her now.
When we come to it, shall we?
But you don't unlock the characters from doing their story quests, as sad as it is. As sad as it is. Even though I think I already have her. Maybe. But this is where I'm ending this stream. We'll see if there's anyone live right now who I've rated in the past. If yes, we'll rate that person. If not, I think we're just gonna end it here. Because after all, 2 viewers isn't really a great number to do a raid with. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say here. So let's see. Doesn't look like anyone's really live right now. That is sad. So we'll just end today's stream without rating anyone. I guess that's fine too. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I honestly hope you enjoyed this stream for what it's worth. And I hope to see you around in the future too. So till then, bye!